Okay, back to Satisfactory. We're back to the lab again, yo. Better lose yourself in mom's spaghetti. It's ready. All right. How soon? A question. Don't worry, we are ready to go now. I want spaghetti. Hello, Brigonagant. Professor Brigonagant. Professor McGonagall. Yeah, let's play. What's going on? All right, cool. Satisfactory time. What phase are we in? 4? Phase 4, tier 8, somewhere around there. Thanks for reintroducing you to Satisfactory. You're going to play it again. Heck yeah, man. Get her done, boy. Okay. Hey, Dr. Death. Hello from Florida. What's up, dude? All right, let's continue with our Halo Azud shipyards build. Because, you know, this game it wasn't difficult enough. I'm building it into a huge 1 kilometer long spacecraft from Halo. You know, there's the start of the chassis for the ship. We got that done. That's pretty cool. You know. For the people who might not think this is interesting. Balls. Now it's interesting. Cool. Do I like 1.0? Yeah, very much so. Let's continue with the... Well, part of the objective for this Satisfactory stream here is to get power and steel scaled correctly. We need a foundry, and we need power. My current power systems are not adequate enough. That means basically getting a... Have we seen the 757 Catfish, the test bed for F-22 avionics? Yes, we've seen that. Currently dealing with a friend who joins me and does things his way, and I find myself redoing everything he touches. It happens. Let's see what the Titans want. Oh yeah, I've got cable. Come on, Titans. Heat sinks. Slug. Electromagnetic control rods. Another slug. Hey, buddy. Oh, you're a good boy. Look at all of my Titans. Look at all of my boys. You're a good boy. Look at you, a good boy. All right, anyway. So, we need to scale power, and we need to scale... We need to scale steel first and foremost. And because we need to scale steel, we need to scale power. So, what I'm thinking, dudes, is that it finally might be time to start moving some manufacturing equipment inside of the dock here. So that means doing some detail work up here. So here's something fun. There's a guy working on the concept of flying a high-altitude airship to orbit. Not sure if it'll go anywhere. It won't. As it's mostly rather an eccentric guy working on it, but normally you say you really don't care unless there's actual hardware, and this guy's cleared the hurdle, although it's not clear of the jank, really. Yeah, I'll I'll check that out later. Plaxon at Starbase. Also, howdy. What's up, James? How you doing? Conceptually interesting, at least. Yeah, you know what else? Venture Star is conceptually interesting, but that's not happening. We don't see that happening now, do we? Anyway. Once you get there, nuclear power is by far the best. Well, I want to put nuclear power inside of the ship. Where the ship's reactors are, meow, in its design, I want to put a nuclear power plant, because I think that's cool. This is a cross section of the ship that I'm making, and it's got a big power plant because it's got big engines at the back. It's pretty cool. Those octagonal structures that you saw for the structure of the ship is this. The structure of the ship is there's lore into how the ship was built. So we worked on finding this level of octagons right here. But in terms of ground side stuff, I think oil would be pretty cool to do. I know, but at least someone's working on something. Yeah, that's fair. One question, does it actually fly? In Satisfactory? No. It'll be stationary. So we have pretty good scale for the concrete there, but we do not have the power systems to be able to fix this right, so power of imagination, anything can fly. That's a really weird way of spelling thrust. With enough thrust, anything can fly. You're saying the stipulations that are artificially stopped ULA from innovating are really what killed Venture Star? No, what killed Venture Star is the dot-com bubble collapsing. It's not the stipulations that artificially stopped ULA Hellfish, but more the stipulations that made ULA exist in the first place. A commercial contraction in the an economic contraction in the commercial markets for spaceflight had catastrophically bad effects that we're still reeling from to this day. Why do you think I'm so damn paranoid about it? There's a lot of coal on the East Coast by the water. That's where your coal generators are. Yeah, it's kind of over there, Butter. I know. It's down here somewhere. Do I really want coal, though? You're out of power? Pretty much. I think it's fine. I think it's time to finally move away from biomass. So in that regard, what I could do is pull the sloops out of here and pull these out of here. We could keep the biomass system, I suppose, as a backup. But if we do, I would like to incorporate it into there. I mean, I'm pretty amazed that we had a biomass system that lasted basically to Tier 8. That's pretty good. Yeah, I was summer slooping biomass cardboard, and we could have probably done. We probably could have gone even further, but yeah, we didn't. So I'm gonna. You know what? The first thing I'm gonna do to see if we can scale power is see if we can sloop some of our oil. Because part of the reason why I think we ran out of power is that I wasn't producing enough fuel for my fuel generators. I think the consumption. Yeah, Skyrider, that's basically what I have. So we might not have to scale oil as much as we think. Where'd you hear that, Aqualex? So coal power? Nah, I want to do oil. It's a strange looking warthog, yeah. I have basic oil up here. I'm gonna see if I can sloop my oil systems to generate more power. Here we are. Now, let's see. Is the oil tank, or is the fuel tank empty? It is, and that's exactly what happened. Interesting, Aqualex. Okay, this thing. Actually, let's start with just doing double. We need to find a way to turn this sucker back on without causing crazy problems here. So, okay, so first thing, disconnect any auxiliary systems. Wait, no, it's that one right there. Cool. All right, so my oil right now is disconnected from my main grid. Let's try to do this and see what happens. We didn't do that quick enough. Pull on that was too high. All right, let's try it again. That shouldn't be doing that. I'm sorry, it shouldn't. These things are all good to go. If all these stupid things turn on all at the same time, which should be supplying enough power to power both the refineries that are in line for making fuel for this. Let's lower the clock on this and try to get them to work that way. Maybe that'll fix it. what's the amount of overhead consumption is 300. We can, all right, let's. How much margin do we have here? Hold up. The peak consumption, 556 to 750. We have 200, so 120. As long as this doesn't go above 320, we're good. There we go. We won't get back up to full 1,000 capacity here in this. Yep. All right. We gotta take that off, just so we don't get close. We have to slowly build back up capacity. That should be fine to do. Now we should be able to just flip this back on. Just create fuel instead of heavy. I'm not, my entire line is not tooled to do that, Mutter. And if we sloop the residual, we can make more fuel that way. Am I thinking about that wrong? All right, take that off. What's our capacity up at? All the fuel generators are running. We're up at 1,000, which means there's enough residual fuel in here. Frick you, dude! Are you kidding me? I am very disappointed! Yeah, I haven't done any math. I'm just throwing stuff at the wall. Yes, Sarek. So we're back up to 750. Good. Been in your shop all day finishing up the air ride on your E30. All right, dude. The batteries are definitely smoothing this out. Work life is power distribution. Here, let's just crank it. I want to see what happens with the batteries. Once again, I'm kind of throwing stuff at the wall. I'm not really doing any calculations here. Let's see if the batteries can take it. The batteries are definitely going to turn on. The batteries are bridging it. Let's see if it's enough. Come on, I just can't take much more of this, Captain. Come on, baby. Come on, batteries. Bridge the gap. Don't run out of power. Is it gonna be enough? There's no way that we have enough to keep all the power going on all these systems, but boo! 6 crude to 3, 2 from average fuel versus 6 to crude sinking polymer. Yeah, you could also add on to that system for just fuel. But I don't want to go modifying this, because if I go modifying this, then I'm going to have to unmodify it when I go and fix it. And I don't want to do that. That's a temporary, permanent solution. I don't like that at all. In fact, I hate it a lot, actually. Boo. I'm trying to not have to basically spend a week building out a power system, dude. But it might be inevitable at this point. We'll see. You have enough sloops to use the power augmenter? I think you need like 10 sloops to do that. No, I don't. Spend all this time in your glamorous project without maintaining your infrastructure. The infrastructure works. It's a big project, and I'm trying to get it done on a reasonable time scale, but... this is all a stopgap, though. That's the thing, man. Stopgap. Get the ship reactor online? With what resources? We're trying to scale power so we can make the resources to build the ship. Can't build the reactor without the ship. Alright, that's enough primer fuel. Let's go. How many hours do you have in this build? 130. We have to get this saturated enough to where fluid starts flowing into this pipe so we can get up to 1,000 capacity. Like that. Now the battery should turn back on. You have enough crude reserve? Yeah. Yeah, we do. Why do you have power crystals in your fuel refinery? Why not just build 2 more? Do you see any space to do that? Flight 6 before December? James, I think Flight 6 is going to be in November. Ish, what's going on? Been slammed with work the past few days. Glad to finally catch some of the streams. Right on, man. Guys, this is a temporary system that I botched together. I know what the problems with this system are. I know exactly what the problems with the system are, dudes, but I'm just trying to retrofit it to make sure it works so I don't have to go redesigning anything. I want to get back to the build. Remember, yeah, it's time. But even then, I'm not... After playing with this, I'm not 100% sure this is going to give me all the power that I'm looking for. Yeah, they're dragging their feet-ish. Yeah, so another news water is wet. It happens. Did you do all the catwalks and the pretty stuff for the dry dock? Been a couple of days, and you... Yeah, a lot of them, Preston. Not all. I just did that one corner that we were working on before. I went and started working on the ship because I wasn't happy with the progress for it. All right, and short circuit in 3, 2, 1. If you come down to Dex's, I'll give you a tour and into the river facilities down here, no problem. All good, man. Thank you. We're gonna need to scale. Yeah. As long as this provides a constant drip feed to the factories, or to the fuel generators for now, that's all I really care about. Okay. More power. More power. More power. More power. More power. More power. Yeah, time to bring the oil train back. Guys, I'm just worried, dude. I'm worried it's gonna take a while. Could use that fuel for another generator instead of packaging it. Yeah. Modern, maybe we should just rip the band-aid off. We're in a stable state right now. But we can't take much more of this. Can't take much more of this, Captain. Guys, I might just borrow my blueprints from the other save to get this done right. But let's see. We are net positive for fuel here, which is good. Then pipeline it? No. No, dude, I got it. Like I said, I'm just worried about time, but the sooner I stop belly aching about this and we get it done, the sooner, we don't have to worry about that. When you first saw Halo, were you blinded by its match? Blinded? Paralyzed? Dumbstruck? That you allowed the humans to get onto the sacred ring and desecrate it with their filthy footsteps. Build the infrastructure you need to get the job done. Yep. Get the job done right. Yes, okay. Monster. Alright, well, if we're going to do that, we need to figure that we're going to need tons of steel for this. So, what would be the consumption on a big foundry like what we made on the other map? Don't normally make requests, but I've spent today in the emergency room with your dad. Do a funny, I need a laugh. Um... Let me think. Hope everything's okay, Badger. Are you doing it now, and shall I get snacks? Yeah, Dubstep, let's at least get the train line figured out today. It's kind of hard to be funny on demand. Ah, no, it's not. I got something for you. Me, Jack, and Sawyer are walking on Boca Chica Beach. We find a lamp. Okay, we find a lamp. All right. You know, you know, Jack picks the lamp up. He rubs it. Genie pops out. Okay, each one of you get 3 wishes. He goes to Jack, and Jack says, "I want every single rocket that's a concept right now to be operational and flying. More rockets, more better." And the genie goes, "Okay, sure." And then he goes to Sawyer, and Sawyer says, "I want the space shuttle to be flying again. I want all the historical rockets in the past to be flying. You know." Genie goes, "All right, cool. And now we have an operational space shuttle, operational Saturn V, Starship, the works. We got all of it, right?" And then he goes to me, and he says, "Okay, EJ, what's your one wish?" He goes, "Wait, you mean to tell?" I say, "You mean to say that starships, space shuttles, and Saturn V's are all flying and operational, and along with everything else?" And Genie goes, "Yeah." And I go, "Okay, I'll have a Coke then." Tell me another what? I'll have a Coke. I'll have a Coke. I'll have a Coke. I'm funny. 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 Titans. Titan. Hey. Get in the way, your buddy. Good boy. Used frames. Rebar. What do you got for me? Some steel. That's right. It goes in the steel hole. That's right. Wrong. Your wish is for an FTL drive.
Discovery, go at throttle up.
That doesn't see that makes the joke not as funny, Megas. The point was to not be realistic, quote unquote, but to make people laugh. That doesn't solve anything, man. Jojo, 24 months. Nice. Thanks, man. I appreciate you being put on the spot. I apologize, but I actually did laugh. All right, good, good. That's my stapler. The payroll told me to talk to Lumber. Lumber told me to talk to payroll, and I still haven't received my paycheck. And then they moved my desk down to storage room B. All right, chalk that one up to the tisms. It's all good, man. No problem. Because you're not wrong, but also... Oh, man. All right. Tintong. 1813 sub. Thank you very much. Oh, do you want me to do some Hank Hill? Sorry, all right, boy. I got a little bit of Hank Hill for your butt right here. Oh. We'll keep the biofuel system as a backup right now, just in case. But I don't even know what's disconnected on this damn power grid and what isn't anymore. Oh, everything is connected. Well, that's nice. I have a joke. Where do you find a turtle with no legs? Right where you left it. Oh, that, yeah, okay. Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, it makes sense. Okay. So, if we're gonna do this, we gotta... We gotta start building out the floor in here. Yeah, Megas, I mean, I don't want to spend a lot of time optimizing systems that I don't need to. Remember, we're on a time crunch here, buddy. I gotta think about here. I gotta think about what kind of production we're looking at here. So that concrete factory's going full bore right there. What I don't know. Let's scale to 10 gigawatts, maybe? 10 gigawatts should probably be good enough interim power, I'd say. What do you think? That should be enough. Oh, I wish I had my factory from before. Damn it. Could have just built this with the old factory. It would have made way more sense. But then we wouldn't have all these cute doggos. So, you know. Trade-offs. What the heck is a gigawatt? Doc, what the heck is a gigawatt? How could I have been so careless? 1.21 gigawatts. How am I going to generate that kind of power? It can't be done, Tom. Can it? No, Doc, all we need is a little bit plutonium. Oh, I'm sure in 1985, plutonium was available at every corner drugstore. But in 1955, it's a little bit hard to come by. Marty, I'm afraid you're stuck here. I'd be fine with grabbing the old blueprints. Dude, I don't even know how half of that stuff went together, man. And where are we gonna put it? We just gonna build my old factory here? I mean, we were supposed to be integrating this into the dry dock, right? Like what I'm doing right now, like keep it nice and neat. But I suppose we have enough space to do it. Mutter, what we'd have to do is I'd have to go and inspect my old factory to figure out what blueprints go where and what I need to do to set them up. Because if I'm remembering correctly, my blueprint foundations don't, my blueprints need foundations, and I don't think I blueprinted the foundations. I don't think that I did. I was just thinking the power stuff. Well, yeah, of course, but the power stuff... You know what, Mutter? I don't think I'm going to need the blueprints. Let's just save where we are, and let's load up Hand Banana 3. This was my old factory. I'm going to load up my... This is the save that I had basically from Update 2 to Update 9. You watched the whole trilogy the other day, as is tradition, every October 21st since 2015. Good call, Zonku. It's one of the best trilogies ever made. All right, welcome to Hand Banana 3. See that? That's the scaled power. This ain't no party. This ain't no disco. Yeah. I'd have to build this again. What I need to see is if we have... That's the refinery power pole. That's the scalable smelter array. That does have a foundation. It's a resource conveyor line. That's a pumping house. Refinery well. Okay. Nine tall, huh? This ain't no fooling around yet. It's all fuel. My coal, I obliterated my coal generators, Mutter, because I hated them. Because I had the exact same problem that I'm having right now. So the train brings in oil, right? Oil goes into a fluid buffer system over there next to the station. It's basically a crude oil reserve right there. You can see it down there. The crude oil feeds that fluid buffer, and then the fluid buffer feeds into an array of these things. It's gravity, well, not totally gravity fed, but close enough. From there, it goes into a fluid buffer system at each array, and then feeds via, well, we got a valve right there. And it feeds into these refineries. The reason why none of this is on right now is because our power consumption is superbly low. This took a long time to engineer. Yeah, everything is in a parallel... These are all in a parallel matrix here of refineries. From there, it produces fuel, and the fuel goes into a pumping station over here. That pumping station goes up over the train tracks and then goes to my fuel fluid buffers. It is to an extent, Bob. You can make sub-assemblies of stuff. Here's my fuel fluid buffers here. And then from here, these are distribution manifolds to make sure that everything fills up equally, by the way. From here, we're gravity fed into the factories down, or into the power plants down there. There's 2 of them. Yeah, and some of it isn't even hooked up. We're scalable to 9 of them down there. 2, 4, 6, 7 of them, excuse me. We only hooked up 2. One of these pipes is enough to feed 12 fuel generators. We have enough head pressure in the pipes to feed 12. Like, we're nowhere near maxing out consumption of this thing. That's the water pumping array over there. Are you wishing you did the ship and dock build in here? This is my old save. Yeah, but building the dock in this save would have been pretty good, actually. Because, yeah, it would have been a lot easier. That's okay, though. Don't worry about it. We can fix it. I just put a lot of time into this save, and it was really hard to let go of. But the dock is making it worth it. This build is what got me hooked on your Satisfactory streams, me. Alright, right on, man. Yeah, see, I have foundries over here, too. Yeah, this was pretty extensive. The smelter array building would be clutch. That would be super useful to have. Especially for building steel. Actually, these are... What are these things called? Foundries. The foundry array buildings. We have smelter and foundry arrays. And each thing has its own disconnect, so we don't run into the damn problems that I'm running into with my other save. The docks got buried where the water array is dark side, which is a shame because I worked a lot. I worked pretty hard on that thing. Ugh. Go for a ride here real quick. The oil train gets here. All that fuel you're using solid biofuel for the jetpack. Dude, I never had, I don't know. I don't know why I have that. Just bear with me. Spare me. You enclosing the dock or the side staying open? We're gonna enclose it, Mutter. Would it be possible to move the use the save editor to move this dock? No, Brandon, I'm not doing that, dude. No. The thing is, I had to build a transcontinental railroad. Well, not a transcontinental railroad, but the train goes all the way to the other side of the map. Yeah, and my second refinery array here. This is the plastic, rubber and aluminium solution. This all here is basically where the dock is. So the dock is right here. We'd be sitting in the middle of the trench right now. So guessing no smog producing machines inside of the dock. I don't know, Mutter. Maybe we don't have the same exact building rules as the other saves. You know? What are you doing looking at the old saves? I need to scale power so we can make a lot of steel super. And my old factory scaled pretty damn well. Maybe exhaust vents on the dock. I'd be okay with doing something like that, sure. Too bad this isn't workers. You can't export from one country to the other. Yeah, that'd be pretty funny. Mutter, the big problem that I've been able to see is that I don't think my segments are tall enough. But that means, I mean, we could have open segments. Doesn't really matter. But that would mean the refinery would be like above the train tracks. So the train would go in and the refinery would be above it. Not against it, dude, to be honest with you. What's your preferred method of using trains? Use them over longer distances, King Killer. The longer the distance with the train on a map this size, the better. The more efficient it's going to be. You can copy blueprints between saves. Yes, you absolutely can. Man, dude, we did a lot of work in this save. You see this road right here? I placed this in this road I built in update 3. The save is hard, man. Freaking a lot of work. Sounds like a little Epcot. I mean, yeah. But, Mutter, another thing that I noticed is that, alright, look. To make sure the refinery isn't going through the wall again, you need to go 10 high. Which means we need a level and a half, so to speak, to implement this whole thing and put it inside of the dock. Now, in terms of width, we're definitely too wide here for the sides of the dock. Let me measure what our width is with the array, just out of curiosity. That's the width of the dock. on the sides. 24, 23, 22, 21, 20. It's just for the pipeline array. So, you know what? Let's measure from the pipeline array. Everything else we can kind of compact and abstract to. So, how wide are we total? 4, 5. 19. I could condense down this. If we could get this to 15, Mutter, what we could do, hear me out, you tell me if this is a weird idea. I could take this whole, so the pipeline array is flat, right? We made it flat. Put it on its side. So instead of 7 pipes across there feeding 7 refineries, you do... Because remember, it's all gonna be elevated from another place anyway. We're gonna need a pumping station in there, so you might as well do it that way. Generate enough head pressure to get all the oil to the top, and then gravity feed the rest. Right? Are we in the ballpark? Because some of that part, we can do that. We could get away with it with that part. We can't get away with any of the rest of this stuff. We don't need the towers because we can just attach stuff to the ceiling. We can attach electrical to the ceiling. I mean, keep in mind, this is just for refinery arrays. My question now is, do we want... So where are the supports gonna fit in here? We might need to move around some of the support structure for this if it's not the same. I mean, I believe we're 6 wide on the support structure. Maybe 4 machines instead of 5. We could get away with that. I'm just figuring out where all this is going to jive with the supports. Thanks, King Killer. This is my old factory. We're gonna need to build a better version of this sooner rather than later. Now, once again, I'm kind of waiting until the oil train gets here. Where is it? Oh, it's here already. Hold on. Let me get on the oil train tracks. Get rid of the space in between them to get more inside. Yeah. Now, Mutter, the next question is if we do that, we can do that with the refineries. I don't have a problem with that. And we can kind of make it look like their smokestack is going to a vent or whatever. That's not a big deal. Where are my fuel generators going? And even at the end of the day, dude, we're still gonna we need to make what you see on the screen right here, right? Because we're not going to be able to pull. I was about to say we're not going to be able to pull from the oil deposit in the valley, but we might. This took a good minute to make, by the way. How many hours in this save? 381. We're at 130 in the other save. You're getting Disney monorail vibes from this? Please stand clear of the doors. Por favor, manténgase alejado de las puertas. On behalf of the cast of the Walt Disney World Resort, welcome to the Magic Kingdom. No smoking, please. I hope they didn't move the terrain around enough to screw up the train. I don't think they did. That was funny, Tessa. That's still one of the funniest clips I've ever done. Right, King Killer? It's kind of nuts, man. Think about it. This did take me a little bit to make this. I was getting oil from the islands biome super because one, it's more plentiful. Two, the Spire Coast had an art pass on it, and my existing oil infrastructure there was going to get wiped out, was going to get destroyed. It was going to just get clipped into the ground. So, yeah, we dismantled my entire oil supply and then rebuilt it. Out here on the islands. I envy your perfectionism. We're gonna have to build this again, Ron. It is what it is, dude. But the right of way for the train is pretty much good. Did I make this before Blueprints, Goodfella? I don't remember. If I did, then... Nice. Yeah, that sounds like me, dude. Distribution manifolds is going to be so much freaking... Oh, Mark II pipes, copper and copper... No, get off the screen. So what this buffer array is designed to do is feed all the tanks correctly. Like all the tanks... It's designed to feed four. The four of these basically feed all of this correctly. It's designed to equally trickle to every manifold. Or to every tank, to every fluid buffer. So we have 4 in, and then you have 7 out. Oh, the train. Oh, crap. 4 in, and then 7 out, and it feeds each train station equally. It's equal distribution. Train tracks carry electricity, Derek. My tracks are on a different power, they're on a different circuit than my oil pumps. Everything is on a different circuit. I made an entire electrical grid for this stupid map. Yeah, Craig, right? The resistance element. You can see that they did a terrain pass here because some of my foundations are floating and some of them are way into the ground. These used to all kind of be equal. Yeah, I put power poles with my trains. My trains are on a different circuit. I can shut off all trains on the entire map from a control station back at the factory. Simultaneously, I can shut off my entire oil power grid from the other side of the map if I really want to. Everything is on its own switch. And I have a substation with basically breakers and stuff to, like disconnects to my main power systems. I did that because I got sick of troubleshooting power systems. Like, basically the exact problem that we're trying to solve in the other save right now. It was really, really annoying. This is my favorite biome in this, by the way. I love the forest. I call it the happy forest because it's a very pretty biome. I purposely don't build stuff here in any of my saves because it's too pretty. This is a little bit of a tight corner. If we did this again, we'll probably make it go through the center valley over there, the tracks. It's easier because you don't have to go up through a hill. Anyways, this was the old save. I should have just built, we should have just started building the dock into this damn thing already, but whatever. I didn't really know what I wanted to make anyway, and I wanted to play through the save anyway. This, we wouldn't have had the space here. We wouldn't have been able to put it in the same spot. It's okay. Tank. I could have engineered this way better. Fine, I'm not dead. Pretty cool, huh? See this? This is what we got to do inside of the dry dock. We got to put up gantries for lights and stuff. I never had a use for this. I just needed to make a flat foundation, so I put something down here that looked nice. I put a lot of time into this thing, man. Hey, Chris, what's going on? Oh, dude, I even sub-assembled the refinery outputs. Pretty smart. Yeah, we're gonna need to make that again. That's gonna be useful. Getting ready to see what testing they're about to do at Starbase. Okay. I think we're gonna have to go through and pick. We'll do this tomorrow. Tomorrow's gonna be a super long stream anyway. Let's go through and let's pick out what blueprints we want. I might actually just take all of them. These are all prefabricated buildings. That's what PFB is. They're all prefabricated building parts. Yeah, this is all super useful stuff. There's the train support. Staircases. Oh, even have the prefabricated tents. That's cool. Temp tent factory. Pipeline support. The blueprints are somewhere. Scalable smelter array. There's the smelter array building. Oh yeah, this stuff is going to be the most useful. Yep. Yep. Any objections to me using blueprints from my old save? It's all stuff I designed, and I can always explain how it works. No, not at all, not at all. Do it, do it. Save folders are inside
Discovery, go at throttle
app
up.
data local factory game. Okay, cool. All right, let's go and grab it. Percent app data percent. Nope, I don't want to search for it. Mutter, where are we at, dude? App data local factory game. Factory game saved. Save games. No, you must do it again. Be quiet. Blueprints? Hand Banana 3, the Hand Banana ing. Copy. Paste. There you go. That's right. It goes in the square hole. We don't need the test print. We can get rid of that. Cool. All right, let's restart. I did not lose the world, Apollo. I'm taking the prefabs from my old Satisfactory save so we can scale power and steel a lot faster. Save myself a lot of time. Do it. Do it, Anakin. Pizza Hut or Domino's? Domino's, dude. Oops, that loaded the wrong save. Do you feel Pluto should be a planet? Yes. Not for any scientific reason, Hawker. It's just because it was a planet when I was taught how the solar system works. No one out pizzas the Hut. Yeah, I have no scientific basis. I do not know better than the International Astronautical Coalition, or whomever. I forget who. You know what I'm trying to say. I don't know better. If they say it's a dwarf planet, I guess that makes sense. But also, frick you guys. It was a planet a second ago, and now it's not. Shut up. But by that logic, Ceres and by that logic, Ceres is a planet as well. I'd be willing to concede that if it means naming Pluto a planet again. There we go. Yep, we got all the prints. That'll make things a lot easier, dudes. There's the catwalks. Those are going to be easier. Constructor building. The constructor building end cap. Cap 2 with belt output. And then the actual constructor array. Nice. Now what else? Wait, did I already make that? Hold on. Oh, that's just that building. Those aren't... Sorry, I made the buildings the exact same way. Covered belt. Foundry array. Yeah. There's my foundry array buildings. Yeah, the foundry arrays were wide. The blueprint printer at the time couldn't put it together. There's the foundry stuff. Can you sort blueprints into groups? Yes. Yes, you can. Cool. Hey, Aqualex, look, we have the hell and high water pumping stations. Yeah, no, I'm not. No, we're not. Yep. Nope. Oh, the pipeline supports. Dude, that's so clutch right there. That's going to make this way easier. Because I can... Well, actually, I don't really need to move pipe. We don't need a pipeline. Unless I put my power plants over there. Hang on one second. Okay. So, those two levels above the 3 doors, we can start putting the refinery up there. I think that'll work. Tank farm is spooling up at Starbase. Yeah, baby. That's pretty awesome. Any guess on IFT6, November 11th? What's the plan for the other side of the dock? I don't know, Andrew, but we're gonna fill up stuff in here real fast, dude. It's a very Elon date. So? Look, man, it can't be the 14th, 15th, or 16th. I'm not gonna be here. So it can't be those. So, yeah, we're not doing that. So I'm gonna guess the 11th. After could be good as well. I'm finding it increasingly hard to understand why build a launch pad that needs repairs after every launch, i.e. pads other than Starship. I don't know. Didn't that pad just launch and catch a booster? How's their testing already going on? Because SpaceX is awesome. By Elon date, I mean funny number seek. Oh, D-Money. Oh, okay, sorry. I misunderstood, dude. Sorry. Deal with skeptics a lot in here. Well, not really, but you get what I'm trying to say. Veterans Day, why not? Yeah, right? Like, it's a good idea. Decided I don't like this. Does the fuel gen fit under one of the cross supports? Nah. Well, actually, Mutter, hold on a second. It'll fit. Yeah, it just can't fit right there. I mean, but the thing is that the floor above is going to have, the floor above would have smoke coming through the bottom, you know? Is this open area the same size as the blueprint machine? No. It's bigger. Yeah, Blue. I still can't believe he did that. The GPU cluster is just frankly impressive. Like I said, the guy understands scale, but then again, D-Money was saying he was agreeing with us, and I misunderstood him because I'm an idiot. I'm checking stuff. Guys, give me 1 second. We are checking. Roger. Would it make sense to put power generation on the other side of the dock and supply and foundry on this side. That's kind of, Andrew, that's kind of the stuff that I'm kind of just toying around with in my head. Yeah, man, that's what I'm kind of thinking about. And I'll be honest, I'm getting a little bit tired to think about it correctly. Just working on some trim paneling here because my brain kind of went to paste, dudes. Good. Cool. Butter, we can fit in the blueprint printer height-wise. I'm not sure about length. No. Not even the biggest blueprint printer would be able to fill one of these. I'm thinking leave the whole bottom empty, just in case. Maybe put some cool stuff down here for like passageways down to like so you can move around. But that's about it. Gonna build angled supports down the long sides of these two? Maybe. Yeah, Brandon, maybe. My original factory is in the way. The angled supports down the side would look pretty cool, though. But we would need to build 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 24 of them. And then more on the front. Get more on. Hold off on the supports on the side. I have other ideas. Something about this, something about putting stuff in there just doesn't sit right with me, dudes. Like, I don't want to. Like, I want to build outside. Like, I want to kind of build like what I had before, but if that's the case, there'll be a train stop in here, and then there'll just be a bunch of freaking pipes coming out of the side going over to a fluid buffer, you know? If I put my power plants over there where they are in my other save. Tank farm looking factory near the dry dock. Actually kind of on board with something like that. Well, I was gonna say, Fabricator, it's building up. We're not. It's the shipyard build. We're building out the whole thing. So a fuel farm. Might not be the worst idea. We could put a fuel farm where my old factory was, but if that's the case, that means I'd need to put the refineries, or we'd need to. If I was doing that, I would abide by my old rules of putting stuff inside of the or putting emissions generating buildings inside, constructors, assemblers, manufacturers, packagers inside buildings. Yeah, exactly, Mutter. That's right. I was thinking we have all the prefabricated buildings and all the setups to go inside of the prefabricated buildings. All I got to do is give them a flat space. The fuel generator is easy to make. That's the fuel generator's array is easy. We have the pipeline arrays. We can get that done. That's not really that big of a problem. Why not have angled vents? Because I have other stuff that's going to go on this, dude. Because if you look, Lunprod actually got these pictures for me. They're close-ups of the dock. If you look, there's other stuff coming out of the dock. Dock is in, like, this is the dock from the side view, right? So the pillar bottom would be up here. Obviously, there's no umbilicals in this screenshot, but that's like the back end of it and stuff. See, it's all supported and whatnot. Because it's built into the side of the cliffs, but I mean, ours isn't going to have that. But see, they do have those buttresses, but the buttresses go a lot higher, but they're also attached to a big, huge thing that's kind of coming off the side. We need to add a lot of parallax like this. We need to add stuff like this. We need to add stuff that's going to break it up and make it look nice, you know? And then that means adding stuff like this. See this like walkway area right here? Such a cool picture, dude. So what I'm getting at is that I wouldn't mind having like a bunch of pipes coming out the side of this thing. That would be actually super cool. Because yeah, who, people wouldn't know the difference. They don't know that it's going out to fuel generators. I'm getting a little bit tired, guys. We can put those higher buttresses further, like every 4 of them or something, right? Like put a big one right here, put another one there, put another one there, put another one there, put another one at the end. See, when I get into analysis paralysis like this, or I'm just like, I don't really know what I want to do. That's just me getting tired. We're getting tired, dudes. That's all. But we got all the blueprints. That's huge. And we did get to the point where we know what we want to do. We know what we want to change. Guys, it's going to sound really stupid, but I'm almost thinking redo this. Don't put the train gates right there. That's what I'm thinking. I mean, we could get away with it if we really wanted to, but last thing, call it a day. At the back of the dock, butt end of the ship, have a platform for GSE power. They would have to have one some. Oh, Jesus Christ!
Sorry.
Something was crawling around at my feet. It was the dog, Green Tightener here. Hey, buddy. Look at this boy. Hi, Bear. I'm sorry. You scared me. Look at this good boy. Well, the guy, they would have to have one somewhere, right? But it would probably wouldn't, right? Something we could do. Well, the umbilical arms are there. I'd almost say have all the trains on the lower level and move all the items outside. Yeah. Okay, guys, stew on it. I'll stew on it. We'll reconvene tomorrow. Okie dokie. Tomorrow's going to be a long stream because Crew 8 undocking is Friday morning at 3:30 in the morning. Yep. Or Crew 8. No, it's undocked. It's Crew 8 splashed up.
Oh, okay.
Yep. All right. All right. Stew on it, guys. I'm serious. Put some thought into it. I'll put some thought into how I want to do this. Because I'll be honest with you. I mean, Element, I saw what you said when you said, I don't want to spend too much time with the dock. I want to get the ship figured out, and then we could build downwards, right? Because once again, time. So yeah, let's think about it. I just want to build up enough so we can scale steel so we can build this without any disruptions. Hi, buddy. Oh, my boy. All right. Anyway, let's think about it. And go from there. I might just build a small steel foundry and then scale a couple of fuel generators here and there and then call it. Because, yeah. But then again, we're still going to... the only thing... We're going to need more power eventually, so... But maybe by then I'll have enough to build the power plant right into the ship. But I do want groundside power, weather guy. So I want a groundside power system and I want a ship power system. I want the ship power system to be nuclear, right? So, yeah, I'll think about it.
I think about it.
And I will talk to you guys tomorrow. We'll stew on it and go from there. Great work today. Thanks, Kelly.
Tell us when it's K3.
Okay, I was just gonna shut this off because I want to go to sleep. He's a boy. You know what? We can. Let's guys, we'll do. Yeah, we can raid. That's fine. We'll raid him. If you're on YouTube, I'll see you guys tomorrow. if you're on the Twitch side of things, yeah, we can raid italics. That's fine. We'll just do that and go from there. Let me get us configured for doing that. But anyway, thank you very much for watching. I'll see you guys all tomorrow. I'm serious, guys. If you want to put some thought into this, and we'll bounce some ideas tomorrow morning. Okie dokie. Right. So thank you very much for watching, everybody, and have a good night. I'll see y'all later. Go raid Etel.